Hey, Brian with Total Spinal Fitness. Total Spinal Fitness is all about optimizing disc health, joint health, and muscle health because by optimizing all three of those, we are optimizing spinal health. And this short presentation is kind of to give you an idea of what sets us apart, why we're so different than what we're doing from what everybody else is doing. So let's start from ground one. You have a bad back, or you feel you have a bad back, or your back hurts, or you've injured your back, and you want to improve your spinal health. You want to get back to the activities you love. Well, that involves a process. Everything involves a process. This whole little lecture is about process and how our process is so different from everybody else's process. So ideally, your back's hurt, you see a doctor, the doctor maybe sends you to a physical therapist, or you see a chiropractor, or you see a massage therapist. You get different strategies and treatments from these folks, and ideally you want to reach the goal of optimizing your spinal health, freeing yourself from the spinal limitations, and enjoying the activities you love again. So what is the process? I'm a physical therapist, and chiropractors, and we have our process to help get you better. There are personal trainers out there, and they have their processes to help get you better. Acupuncturists have a different process. Massage therapists have a different process. And then doctors, they have their process. But even when you see a doctor, different doctors have different processes. Different acupuncturists have different processes. Massage therapy, there are many different massage therapy techniques or processes by which they help to get you better. Personal training, there are so many different processes and techniques used by different trainers in order to help you get better. And physical therapists and chiropractors have dozens and dozens of different processes that they feel will get you better. Okay, so we know it's a process to get better. And we know we have all these choices, all these practitioners, and now we know amongst all these practitioners, they have subsets of processes of their own in order to get you better. But what you got to get is, although a lot of these processes have science behind them and are evidence-based, these are outward processes. These are mostly processes that are performed by somebody else, not performed by you. And really, if you think about it, because there's so many of these processes to choose from, it becomes the point of view of each one of these practitioners what they feel would be the best process to heal your spine. Okay, so we're gonna expand on that in the process and how we're gonna teach you the process that's so different from everybody else's and why it's so different and why we feel it's so powerful or why we know it's so powerful. But I'm gonna show you a little slide here and talk about Marcus Lemonis. He runs a show called The Profit, where he takes businesses that are failing and turns them around into very profitable businesses. And he has the 3 P's of business success: people, process, and product. So basically, you got to have the right people to carry out the right process, and then you become successful. But it's the process that binds this together. It's the process that determines the success of the business. And he just proves the point of how important process is. But here's the difference between what he has to do and what you have to do. He sees many different types of businesses. So the process that he has to come up with for a restaurant is completely different than the process he has to come up with for a toy manufacturer, which is completely different than the process he has to come up with for somebody who's working in construction. So that's the difference. And we're going to go over now what the process is that we're teaching. Okay, so here you go. We're going to talk about how our process is different from all the other processes out there. But the reality is, it's not our process. See, your body has a natural built-in blueprint for health and healing. And we're going to show you and teach you the techniques to promote and facilitate optimal health and healing of the spine. And here's what makes it even easier. We just talked about how Marcus Lemonis has it difficult because, he has to come up with different processes for different types of businesses. Here's the beauty of this. The body only has one main physiological process for health and healing of the spine. One. And we're going to teach it to you. And it's not difficult. And here's the other thing. I can't do it for you. A chiropractor can't do it for you. A doctor can't do it for you. An acupuncturist can't do it for you. A massage therapist can't do it for you. We can help facilitate this process by some of the techniques. I'm not taking away from the skills that we have and the knowledge that we have to help you to perform these activities that we're going to teach you, but you are ultimately the only one that can do this. And that's what Total Spinal Fitness is all about. It's about giving you the tools, knowledge, and resources to optimize your health, the health of your spine. We're here to put you in control.